Good morning. I'm Rick Miller with Inman Farm Heritage Days. We're here working on a Farmall Super C. These tractors have always meant a lot to me. I bought my first one when I was 14 years old with money I made cutting yards for anywhere from $3 to $5 a yard. And unfortunately, I sold that one, but I've been trying to make up for it by basically buying all the ones I can afford since then. I bought this one from my cousin Nolan Harp, who bought it from one of our vendors at Inman Farm Heritage Days a couple of years ago. And the motor was stuck really, really tight. If I'd known I was going to have to take it apart, work on the clutch, I'd have taken it apart and been a lot easier to fix the motor because we had to beat all four pistons out of it. But we got it back running. The clutch wouldn't work. We ran into a common problem with tractors and trucks we work on, which is mouse storage in the bell housing of the tractor. I don't really see, I don't know if you can see here the mouse, the acorns and trash and all in here. It was just packed tight. It dropped out on the floor when we opened this thing up. I really don't see how they get it in there because this tractor's got a cover here, but it's got an opening back here where the clutch rod, the pedal rod. So they've got to, somehow or another, they got to get up this 2.5 feet from the ground. I guess they go up a tire or something. Take these acorns all the way up here to the front and just pack them just as tight as they can around here. We see it in trucks and tractors. Sometimes you can take this cover off and dig that stuff out and get them back to working correctly, but I couldn't do any good with that. So I was looking for the clutch disc to be ruined on this thing the way it was acting. But as you can see, when I took the clutch out, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's going back in there. What I did find was the pilot bushing. This ought to be tight on the shaft here and up in the flywheel, and it's just rocking on there loose. Matter of fact, it fell out on the floor when I took it out. So we got a $12 part, basically, that we're going to have to put in here, and hopefully that'll cure our problem. Thanks for watching. This pilot bushing should be pretty snug on the shaft here, but as you can see, it's loose, which makes the clutch not be stable in there. It's also loose in the crankshaft here. You should have to knock this in with a hammer or something, and it'll just go right in and out of there easy. So this $12 part's what's got our clutch messed up. We're probably going to also take this ring gear off, just turn it around and get some clean side on the back. It wasn't giving a whole lot of trouble, but while we got it apart, we'll heat this with a torch, pull it off, flip it back on there, and it'll lock back down on there and get some life out of the back side of it. This is just some of what we see here. I guess they come back in and eat these acorns after they put them in here because there's not any viable acorns, and this ground up stuff has got to come from somewhere. It's a nasty mess, though, but there's tons of it in here, as you can see. Well, Steph and I got the ring gear turned around, put back on. First time we've ever done that. I hope it works out good. It seems really tight. We cleaned the clutch up, put it back on there, put the pilot bushing in, put it back together. It went really smooth. I probably should have taken some video of that. The only trouble I had working by myself, the left front tire was flat, so it made it kind of hard to keep the motor straight up and down. But it's back to this point now. We're going to put the rest of the accessories, the gas tank and all back on it. Hopefully it'll crank up and run fine, and we'll have it on display at Inman Farm Heritage Days on September 20th to the 22nd. So come see it. We hope y'all got as much enjoyment out of watching this video as we did out of making it. We're trying really hard to produce some videos that are worthwhile and help y'all learn about what we're doing here at Inman Farm Heritage Days. If you like it, if you don't mind, help us out, click that like button and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on the next time.